They see me cloning. They hating. Hey friends, how's it going? Ash here, welcome back to Gents. So one of the more sought after clones that have come out here recently is none other than this one right here, the Tux from Maison Alhambra, which is of course a clone of YSL's Tuxedo. Unfortunately, the Tux has not been easy to find. Pretty much at all US discounters ever since it started getting listed in the US anyway, it has been consistently sold out, which is a bummer because the Tux is a spot-on clone, one of the best clones out there if you're looking for something one-to-one. Basically, if you like YSL Tuxedo but you don't like the price, you can get the Tux and it's gonna be so close that I don't know if really anybody is gonna be able to tell the difference in the air, unless you tell them, hey man, this is the Tux I'm wearing, not Tuxedo, it's a clone. It's that close. It smells awesome. And the presentation, for what it's worth, is pretty good, which is probably due to the fact that it's just trying to directly copy the look of YSL's Tuxedo. YSL Tuxedo looks like this. The Tux looks like this. It's a little close, but it looks good overall, and I'm not gonna complain. So yeah, the Tux, people like it, people want it, it's sold out. That has led to people charging jacked up prices on eBay. I've seen some people asking like $60, $70 for the Tux on eBay, which is just starting to get a little goofy. Enter today's fragrance. So this one popped up on Fragrance Buy not that long ago. Went ahead and got my hands on it. It is Suits. The Tux Suits. So this one is from Fragrance World, and that's right. They are really trying to emulate that look again. So thankfully, Suits in stock, easy to find, at least as of when I'm shooting this video. A little bit under $36 US is the price point as of this video, so way better than paying some stupid jacked up price for the Tux. Assuming though, that Suits is as good as the Tux, and that's what we're gonna talk about here today. So I have both these linked down below in the description. Fair warning, as of this video, the Tux is sold out. So yeah, we'll do the usual. We'll kick it off by taking a look at the presentation. So let's do that now. So here is the box. You have the name of the fragrance, name of the house, and the concentration there on the front, Eau de Parfum. You have Fragrance World up on top, nothing on the sides. On the back, your ingredients and your size, 100 mils, and your sticker. Gotta love it. On the bottom, you have the badge code and barcode. My bottle expires 04/2028. And here is the bottle. Obvious similarities to the Tux and Tuxedo, but also some differences as well. You have a sticker on the front there with the name of the fragrance, name of the house. Not too much else going on there other than on the bottom, a simple sticker. And one thing I thought was funny is the cap for Suits is almost identical to the Tux. A very slight difference in the texture, but essentially the same, and it weighs the same. So they were like, look, we don't want it to be the same as the Tux. We don't like the Tux, but we do actually want it to look pretty much the exact same. Give us a very slight difference, a slight variation on that pattern. And the color is slightly different in Suits as compared to the Tux as well. The Tux is a little bit more ambery, and Suits has like a kind of peach color to it. Let's go ahead and spray the Suits out here, just Suits. Let's see how the atomizer works. Kind of your run-of-the-mill clone fragrance atomizer. It sprays, it doesn't necessarily feel great doing it, but it gets the job done. So as I said before, the Tux is essentially a bang-on clone of Tuxedo. It is absolutely great. But how is Suits? Actually, I haven't sprayed these side by side on tester strips. I've been wearing it on skins. So I guess first things first, is there a difference between the two? Yes. Is it a big difference? No, it's really not. So here is the difference, at least to me. The Tux, especially when you first spray it on, has a little bit more of a spiciness, and it leans more into kind of like the woody side of Tuxedo, that patchouli coming out a little bit more. Not in a hugely different way than Suits, but that is the difference. Suits is more like Tuxedo, but leaning a little bit more into the amber, into the vanilla side of things. Still has that warmth still has that spice in there, just not quite as zingy off the top as the Tux is when you're comparing clones anyway. I know that seems like, you know, I'm saying, oh, there's this big difference. This is more doing this and this is more doing this. They're really close. So while there is that difference, it's not like a night and day type difference. It's just if you were going to say, what is the difference? That would be it. The Tux, a little bit more with like a zingy spiciness. I don't know why that's spices. I don't think that don't look right, but a little spiciness and woods, and then more amber vanilla over here with Suits. And as they dry down, that's pretty much the difference. This one stays a little bit more woody, spicy, while still having, of course, the amber and vanilla in there. And this one stays more amber vanilla. So it's like just a slight difference on which notes are turned up a little bit. Truth be told though, with these on side by side, Suits had a little bit better performance. Interestingly enough, it seemed to project for a little while longer than the Tux did. So that was a nice surprise that the performance here was a bit better than the Tux. I was frankly expecting them to be pretty much the exact same, or even for the Tux to be stronger, but this guy right here lingered a little while longer. And I gotta say, the Tux is, as I said, without a doubt, one of the best one-to-one clones out there, as long as you don't pay a crazy price for it. You know, I wouldn't wanna get suckered into paying 70, 80 bucks for it, you know, something like that. But if you can pick it up for the price that it's usually going for, which is actually a bit more than Suits, it's usually around like 50 bucks or so. Sometimes you can find it a little less. That's good. You just don't want to pay, you know, $30 above that, and then you're starting to get ripped off. But this one, Suits, is cheaper. And I gotta say, just kind of on a personal level, that in the dry down, I might like Suits more. In the opening, I think I like the little sparkle type thing that's going on with the Tux more. You know, the way it has a nice liveliness to it, kind of jumps off your skin a little bit. I like that more in the opening of the Tux. Not that Suits smells bad, they both smell awesome. But I really enjoy that dry down of Suits. It's almost like, to an extent, almost like there's a pipe tobacco, like a honey type note, mixing together with Tuxedo, if that makes any sense. A little bit of that going on in the dry down, and I enjoy that. So it's like Tuxedo with a little bit more of that amber and sort of a honeyed sweetness, as I said. So yeah, a little bit of a twist on Tuxedo there, but in spite of all that, these two are still really close. So I know I'm bringing up this difference or that difference or this difference, but a lot of that is gonna get lost in the sauce. Like when you're smelling this in the air, those differences, you know, it's nitpicking. It's the type of stuff that most people are not gonna pay attention to. So at the end of the day, both of these are really, really good alternatives to Tuxedo. And I think that for the vast overwhelming majority of people, it's 6 half dozen. They're both gonna get the job done in very slightly different ways. But if you're looking for a cheaper alternative to Tuxedo, Suits is just as good as the Tux, and the Tux is just as good as Suits. And those differences that I'm pointing out are not gonna matter to the, as I said, overwhelming majority of people. Is the performance a little bit better for me here? Yeah. Is it massively better? No. Of course, seasonality uses, you would use Suits, same time you use the Tux, the same time you would use Tuxedo, the same time you would use, you know, any fragrance like Mustache Eau de Parfum. When you would use those is when you would use this. It's all, again, 6 half dozen, same stuff. I think realistically, you could wear it early spring, fall, winter, day or night. So there we go. Suits, the new entrant into the Tuxosphere for me. I like it just as well as the Tux. I like that it's a little cheaper and also that it's not being price gouged, because that stuff sucks. I don't like to see that ever. If you have smelled Suits, let me know what you think about it. I think presentation-wise, I like Maison Alhambra a little bit more. I like the color of this one a little more. I like that amber. It's nice. But yeah, these guys are equal competitors. I can't imagine too many people having a strong feeling one way or the other that this is way better than that one, because I've worn these side by side for a couple days now. It's darn close. Thank you all for hanging with me. Again, let me know what you think if you have smelled this guy right here. Bang for buck wise, it's probably better than the Tux just because cheaper. Stay safe out there. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you later.